Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling Deep Dive 3, why most podcasts flop at launch and how to avoid it. It's a big question for anyone starting out, isn't it? Why do some shows just take off, find their people, build that buzz, while others, well, they just sort of fizzle out?
It really does feel like that sometimes. And it's easy to blame, I don't know, the mic quality or maybe the idea wasn't quite right. But honestly, more often than not, the real difference maker is having a solid launch strategy from day one.
Exactly. It's not just luck or a great topic, it's the planning behind the launch.
Yeah.
And that's what we're really getting into today. We're going to unpack something we've seen work really well, this 3+1 launch strategy. So that's 3 initial episodes ready to go plus a trailer.
Right. Think of it like stacking the deck in your favor right at the start. Our aim here is to sort of break down why this works and give you the practical steps, whether you're deep in planning your own show or maybe just curious about what makes successful podcasts, well, successful.
Yeah, how do they build that launch pad, like you said earlier? Not just, tossing something out there and hoping it flies.
Exactly. We'll cover the groundwork, the crucial first couple of weeks, and what comes next. It's about creating momentum, not just a blip on the radar.
Okay, so let's dig in. Those first few weeks before you even think about hitting publish, the pre-launch phase. And the absolute first thing has got to be content strategy, right?
Absolutely. It's not enough to just have a topic. The 3+1 approach is really about deliberately planning those first 4 bits of audio. Your trailer and those first 3 episodes, they each have a very specific job to do.
Okay, let's break that down. The trailer first. Usually pretty short, like 30 to 60 seconds. What's its main goal?
It's your hook, your first impression. In that, really short window, you've got to grab someone's attention, like immediately. Make them curious. What's this show about? Why should they care? What makes it different? You need to nail that core message fast.
Concise, compelling. Got it. Then, episode 1. You called it cornerstone content. Sounds important. Why cornerstone?
Because it's foundational. This is where you established, well, who you are. Why are you the one talking about this? What's your story, your expertise? And crucially, what's the mission of the podcast? What are you promising the listener? You also kind of lay out what's coming up in future episodes, setting expectations, building that initial trust.
Right, introducing yourself and the why. Makes sense? Okay, episode 2 then shifts gears to being an audience problem solver. Sounds very practical.
Totally. This one's all about delivering immediate value. You pick a specific problem, a real pain point for your ideal listener, and you offer actionable solutions. Specific examples help a ton here, and you need to end with clear steps they can take, like right now. It shows you're there to actually help.
I like that, giving them something useful straight away. And the third one in this initial batch, episode 3, the showcase episode, what's the angle there?
This is where you kind of flex a bit, show your depth or your network. Maybe it's a great interview with an expert in your field. Or perhaps it's a really deep analysis of something complex. The goal is to offer unique insights, something they probably won't get elsewhere. It adds credibility, like social proof.
Okay, so introduce yourself and your mission, solve a problem, then showcase your expertise or connections. It's a really smart sequence to hook people in. And you mentioned a content calendar briefly. Is that just for tracking these first few?
Pretty much, yeah. It doesn't need to be complicated, but just mapping out what these pieces are, when you'll record them, when you'll edit. It just keeps things organized during that sometimes chaotic pre-launch period. It really helps reduce the stress.
Okay, solid content plan sorted.
Yeah.
But then there's the tech side, equally important for actually getting the show out there. What's on the essential tech list?
Right, the plumbing, as you called it. First up, choose your podcast host. This is where your audio files live, the service that generates your RSS feed and sends your show out. You've got options like Buzzsprout, Libsyn, Anchor, lots out there. You need to sign up, get your basic show settings configured, payment sorted, all that basic admin.
The engine room.
Yeah.
Got it. And the RSS feed itself. People hear about it. But what do you actually need to do to prepare it?
Okay, so the RSS feed is like your show's unique web address for podcast apps. Key things: get your show title exactly right, make it consistent everywhere, then write a really good show description. Around 120, maybe 150 words. What's it about? Who's it for? Why subscribe? Be clear, be compelling. Choose the right categories and subcategories too. That helps discoverability. And super important, your cover art needs to be good quality.
Yes, the cover art. It's the first thing people see. Often. More than just a pretty picture, though, right? Technical specs.
Definitely. Needs to be square. 3,000 by 3,000 pixels is the standard now, nice and sharp. But, crucially, keep the file size under 500 kilobytes. That ensures it loads fast, even on mobile data. And think about readability. Does it still look okay when it's tiny, like a thumbnail? Keep it consistent with your brand, too.
Higher res, but small file size, readable small. Got it.
hmm
What about other audio bits, the stuff around the main episodes, your show assets?
Yeah, think about your audio branding. Intro music is huge, sets the mood instantly. You can get custom stuff or license royalty-free tracks, record a standard intro and outro for consistency. Maybe some short transition sounds like little jingles or effects between segments. Just helps it sound smoother, more professional. Good idea to, piece it all together and listen back. Does it sound like a coherent package?
Okay, so that's a busy couple of weeks of planning and setup. Then it's recording time, maybe 1-2 weeks before launch. Let's circle back to that trailer. We know why, but how? Is there a good structure to follow?
Oh, yeah, definitely. A good structure makes a huge difference. Start strong. 5 to 7 seconds for a killer hook. Grab them immediately. Then maybe 10-15 seconds identifying the core problem or desire your show addresses. After that, about 15-20 seconds previewing the solution or the value offer. Quick 10 seconds on why you're the person to listen to your credentials, briefly. Then another 10-15 seconds hammering home the value proposition, what's in it for them. Finish with a clear call to action, subscribe, follow, whatever, and very crucially, tell them when the first episodes drop. Don't forget the date.
Wow, okay, that's a very specific sequence, packed into 60 seconds or less. Designed to convert interest quickly, and during this phase, you're also recording episodes 1, 2, and 3. Need to keep the specific jobs in mind while recording, I guess.
Absolutely. Keep reminding yourself. Episode 1 is the foundation, the intro. Episode 2 is the problem solver, immediate value. Episode 3 is the showcase, proving credibility. Recording with those goals clear in your mind really helps shape the content and makes that initial batch much more powerful.
All right, planning done, tech set up, initial audio recorded. We're now about a week out. Launch prep time. What's the main focus now?
Okay, this final week is really about 2 things. Getting technically ready for distribution and creating your promotional ammo. Submitting to directories is key.
Right, getting listed on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. Are there big differences in timing there?
Yeah, there can be. Apple Podcasts is often the slowest, could be 3 to 8 days, sometimes longer. So submit early. Spotify is usually faster, maybe 2 to 5 days. Google Podcasts, maybe 1 to 3 days. Amazon Music, 2 to 4 days. The takeaway is, don't leave submission until the last minute. Do it about a week before you want to go live.
Definitely. Submit early. And while waiting, you mentioned validating the RSS feed. Why is that so important?
It's like the final systems check. Use a tool. Cast Feed Validator is a popular one to make sure everything's working. Does the feed load? Do the episodes play? Does the artwork show up? Are the title and description correct? Catching any errors before launch saves a lot of potential headaches and ensures that first listener experience is smooth.
Double-checking the pipes before turning on the water. Makes sense. And this week is also prime time for creating marketing assets. What kind of stuff?
Yep, your promotional toolkit. Think social media first. Audiograms are great, those short audio clips with a waveform, maybe 60 seconds, really good for grabbing attention. Also, quote, graphics. Pull out 3 to 5 strong quotes from each of the first 3 episodes and make nice visuals. Have different sizes of your cover art ready for different platforms. Maybe some short animations if you can.
Visuals to draw people into the audio. Smart. What about written stuff?
Equally important, you need a template for your show notes. Write compelling descriptions for each episode, make people want to click play. Maybe draft some blog posts related to the episodes for your website. Get your email announcement ready for your network. And definitely start scheduling social media posts to build anticipation for the launch.
Okay, the countdown is over. It's launch week. Sounds like the 3+1 strategy has a specific rollout plan for this week, too.
It does. Day 1 of the week, often Monday, is trailer day. Upload it, make sure your directory submissions are in progress, start teasing the episodes on social, and send out that first email blast announcing the trailer and what's coming.
Generate that initial excitement, and then the episodes roll out through the week.
Exactly. Staggered release. So maybe day 1, often a Monday still, is episode 1 release. Big social push. Then maybe day 3, Wednesday, release episode 2. Another email blast focusing on the problem it solves. Then day 5, Friday, release episode 3, and really start pushing the community engagement angle, encouraging discussion.
Staggered release to keep the momentum going all week.
Yeah.
Smart. And it's not just releasing, it's promoting daily. What does that look like?
Yeah, active promotion. Monday, big trailer push, initial announcement. Tuesday, maybe share some behind-the-scenes content, how you make the show. Wednesday, episode 1 release, heavy promotion. Thursday, engage with early comments, answer questions, maybe tease. Episode 2 again. Friday, episode 3 release, encourage binge listening over the weekend. Keep the energy up.
Plant the seed for binging.
Nice. And that community engagement piece, any specific tactics for different platforms during launch week?
Tailor it, yeah. Instagram stories and reels are great for quick visual updates, maybe behind-the-scenes clips. Twitter threads work well for expanding on key points from an episode. LinkedIn, if it fits your audience, you could do articles or carousels diving deeper, maybe a quick Facebook Live Q&A, and definitely use email daily or every other day to keep subscribers in the loop.
Okay, launch week done, first 3 episodes out. Phew. But it doesn't stop there, right?
Yeah.
Post-launch optimization, week 2 onwards. What's the focus then?
Now you start looking at the data. Analytics monitoring is crucial. What are your downloads per episode looking like? Are you gaining subscribers? How long are people listening? What's your audience retention? Where are listeners tuning in from geographically? Which platforms are driving the most listens? You need to get familiar with your podcast host's analytics dashboard, digging into the numbers to see what's actually happening. What other metrics matter besides just downloads?
Look beyond the raw numbers. How much are people sharing on social? Are you getting ratings and reviews? Are people signing up for your email list from the podcast? Is it driving website traffic? And critically, what's the qualitative feedback? What are people actually saying in comments or emails? That stuff is gold.
Yeah, that direct feedback tells you things the numbers can't. So you gather all this info, then what?
Then you adjust. This is the optimization part. Look at the data, look at the feedback, and be willing to tweak things. Maybe your episode's been too long or too short. Maybe releasing on Tuesday works better than Monday. Perhaps one format is clearly resonating more than another. Are your promotional efforts working on the right channels? It's about learning and refining based on real-world response.
An ongoing loop. Launch, measure, learn, adjust. Makes sense. Now, even the best plans hit snags. What are some common launch challenges and how do you deal with them?
Directory approval delays are a classic. Like we said, submit early. If you do get delayed on, say, Apple, focus your initial promotion on Spotify or wherever you are approved. Keep your audience updated. Use the extra time for more promo.
Be proactive and flexible. What about tech gremlins, audio problems, feed issues?
Test beforehand. That's your best defense. Always have backup recordings if possible. Keep your hosting provider support contact handy. And if something does go wrong, communicate quickly and transparently with your audience.
Okay. And the tough one, what if the launch feels quiet? The numbers aren't huge right away.
Yeah, that can be tough, but try not to get discouraged. Focus on the listeners you do have. Engage with every comment, every message. Build real connections. Lean on your existing network, friends, colleagues, online communities. Ask them to listen and share. And focus on creating really shareable moments within your episodes. Make it easy for listeners to recommend you. It's often a slow burn initially.
Good perspective. Quality over quantity early on, perhaps.
Yeah.
So wrapping up this deep dive on launching strong, what are the final big picture takeaways?
First, quality over speed. Always. Check your tech. Edit properly, test on different devices, maybe get some pre-launch feedback. Don't rush the fundamentals. Second, consistency is king. Stick to your schedule. Promote consistently. Engage regularly. Follow up. It builds trust and habit.
Quality and consistency. Got it. What else?
Build community from day one. Respond to people. Ask questions. Share behind the scenes. Make listeners feel involved, like they're part of something. And finally, measure and adapt. Keep an eye on your stats. Ask for feedback, be willing to change things based on what you learn, and think long-term. This isn't just about the launch week.
Right. So the big idea here is that a great launch isn't accidental, it's strategic. And this 3+1 method, 3 episodes plus a trailer all planned out, is a really effective way to make that initial splash and build momentum.
Exactly. It's about intentionally creating that upward curve from the get-go. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, hopefully this gives you a framework. Maybe set that launch date, start sketching out the content calendar, look into the tech, plan the promo.
And maybe we can leave you with this question to ponder. What's the unique value you can bring from episode 1? And how can a strategic launch, using something like this 3+1 approach, really help you make your podcasting goals a reality? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.